Some of my loyal readers might have noticed that I haven't so far mentioned my wife. If they feel they deserve an apology, I will beg to differ. The best they can expect is an explanation. Allow me to expand. While I watch YouTube debates, does my dinner serve itself? I rest my case. I'm an apologist for God, said Cy Ten Broomgate to his debate rival or victim. The last thing an apologist does is apologize. My wife apologized for interrupting my viewing and put my dinner in front of me. I waved her off without a word. Of course, I don't expect you to apologize, said Cenk Uygur, the famous young Turk and Martian sympathizer. It was not you who flooded the earth. A good explanation would suffice. I don't owe you an explanation either, said Cy. The debate is over and you're drowning, and don't expect salvation. Perhaps I should clarify that trying to understand God or Hitler is not necessarily an expression of support. I summoned my wife to clear the table. She apologized again, without me having to tell her so to do. You'd think the debate was over, but Cy was twisting his metaphorical knife. Are you going to apologize for killing 1 million Armenians? Cenk is a proud descendant of the older Turks who did away with those Armenians. Now, dear reader, please hold on to your chair. No problem, Cy, said Cenk. I apologize. I looked at Cenk's face. It showed pure happiness. A burden was lifted off his considerable shoulders. He floated out of his chair like a helium balloon, while Cy Ten Broomgate sank into his. My wife cleared the food stains off the table, carefully not stepping in front of my screen, and smiled to herself. Why are you smiling? I demanded. I'm sorry, she apologized. It was her 29th apology today, and it was not even noon. I was trembling with rage, and luckily for her, she was out of fist range. Can you fucking stop apologizing? What happened next is not clear. If you were under the impression that I didn't possess a wife so far, you could be forgiven, as I don't have one now. I have tried to reconstruct the chain of events many a time since. The nearest I got to is something like this. Despite being warned not to apologize, she did again. I looked at the happiness she obviously felt and smacked her, perhaps a little too hard. That, of course, made her even happier. Now, I don't know about you, but maybe you are one of those who derive their happiness from watching other people being happy. In that case, I don't blame you for criticizing me, but please try to see my point of view. I think I deserve as much fulfillment and happiness as my wife, right? I knew you'd agree. Cenk held a $10 bill and said, Is there an Armenian in the house? He gave another one to an Indian gentleman on behalf of John Wayne, and another one to Barack Obama on behalf of Sir Francis Drake. With every tenor and with every apology, he seemed happier and lighter. You will forgive me, however, for not taking much notice of the debate and the amazing mea culpa performed by Cenk. I looked at my wife's defunct body and happy soul, and I envied her. I could kill her metaphorically, but sometimes metaphors are not enough. That, I think, was the time when I got it. Cenk fished another $10 bill out of his pocket and gave it to a Neanderthal man. On behalf of Homo sapiens, he said. His huge head was touching the chandelier. How happy can a man get? I looked at Cenk, then at my dead wife. My last bill, said Cenk, and produced a $50 bill. Goes to a dinosaur. On behalf of all mammals, we are sorry for not stopping that asteroid. I looked at my wife and said, sorry. My wife, bless her, accepted my apology. I was happy, and she was not. Cenk Uygur, floating so high now he was a fresco on the ceiling, gave the bill to the only dinosaur in the room. Cy Ten Broomgate picked the bill up and said, That's a start, but I still expect you to repent. You may say many things about Cy Ten Broomgate. Happy, he isn't. I then looked at my wife and finished the sentence. Sorry, you gave me more happiness than I did give you. Now we're even, and don't wait up. By the way, this is not an apology, just an explanation. And if my wife is listening, honey, I didn't kill you.